Stampers, it's Kim Vogel with the Basement Bunch Stampers, and I'm here for another Terrific Tuesday video. Today I'm going to share with you a fun technique that is referred to as the baby wipe technique. And I love this technique, and I encourage you to look at the stamps that you have in your collection and find something that you think might look great with this technique. It is really simple, really fun, and one that I love to do. I haven't done it in a number of years, and so I'm bringing it back, and I'm hoping that you will enjoy it as well. So the neat thing with this technique is what you need, and I'm going to make a little bit of noise here, is you simply need a couple of baby wipes, and you're going to be making an ink pad out of those baby wipes. And so let me show you what I mean. I'm going to actually move the card out of the way for a second before I ruin that. But I'm getting a couple of baby wipes, and I am just going to layer these two baby wipes on top of each other, and then I'm going to fold them in half and make like a little kind of like a little ink pad out of this, and you'll see what I mean here in just a second if I can get them the right way. I'm just going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to fold it in half again, and I'm going to actually pull my grid paper out of here for a moment and use the table to show you what I'm going to be doing. So what I did is I used reinkers to make this what I'm calling my ink pad out of a baby wipe, and I put reinkers on my baby wipe and made an ink pad and then stamped off of that baby wipe. So let me show you what I mean. Let me put this side by side. So I used 4 different Stampin' Up colors. I chose to use in my card today Old Olive, Soft Suede, Early Espresso, and our brand new color called Shaded Spruce. And what I did is I simply added some reinkers to this baby wipe, and I wanted them to be the size of about the stamp. So the stamp is about that big, so I want my little ink pad to be about the same size as the stamp. So with that, I'm going to start with some Old Olive, and I'm going to kind of just put some Old Olive drops onto my baby wipe. And again, I'm making it kind of about the size of that tree. And that's pretty good. And then I'm going to bring in some of my Early Espresso. Now this is going to be for my tree trunk, so I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. And again, this is such a fun technique because it's a nice, cute, simple wow. Then I'm going to bring in my Shaded Spruce. So I kind of want this to look like it's a little bit of different colors of green in my tree. And you want to try to fill in all of those spots, if you can, on your baby wipe. And so I'm going to kind of add what I think I need. And I want more of the Old Olive to be my main color. Now this is the Soft Suede, and this I want to use sparingly. I just want a little bit of brown to show as if it's like the tree, you know, the actual tree itself and not the foliage. So I'm adding just a little bit of brown to this, like it's showing through. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more of my Old Olive, since that's the color that I want to be my primary color, to kind of fill this in over here. Now you can use this exact same baby wipe over and over and over again. You can get many stamped images out of that baby wipe. Now for purposes of my demonstration today, I'm not going to actually put a lot of the measurements in my video here, but in the description of the video, I have a link back to my blog post, and that is where I will have all of the measurements for this card today. So what I'm going to be doing is bringing in the Very Vanilla piece that I stamped right here. And let me bring that in. I'm going to move this little ink pad that I created out of the way, and I'm going to bring back in my grid paper. And I'm okay if this gets wet because, again, this is just, normally I would put that on something, but I want you guys to be able to see as I stamp. So I'm going to be bringing in my little piece of Very Vanilla. Let me put this up so you guys can see a little bit better. Sorry about that. So this is my piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm just going to take my tree and I'm going to go right into this baby wipe. And then I'm just going to kind of turn it over and make sure that I've got some good coverage on there. So you can see I don't have the ends covered very good. So I'm just going to move it around a little bit and make sure I get that tree trunk covered. Okay, and then from there, what you're going to do is you're just going to stamp it directly onto this piece of paper. Let me bring this up and over so you guys can see without me getting it all wet. I'm just going to stamp this down. Whoops. and look at that beautiful image that you get. So, and again, depending on where you put your image, where you put your ink, they're all going to look a little bit different. You can see my sample looks a little bit different than the one I created here. Now you can keep using the same ink that you created over and over and over again. And I'm actually going to use the same ink. I'm sure I got it stuck there, so it's kind of, I can't really move it. And I should have told you guys what stamp set I'm using today. I am using the Rooted in Nature stamp set. Now this is the new one that is in our new annual catalog that just went live a couple days ago on June 1st. And I love it. I think the stamp set is a great alternative for some good masculine cards, graduation cards. That's kind of right around the corner. All kinds of different fun masculine cards. What I did then is I also used that same little ink pad and I inked around the outer edges of my Very Vanilla piece using some of the leaves foliage. And so that is what I'm going to do here for you now. And again, I'm just kind of going into that ink and adding some of the leaves around the outer edges. Isn't that just a beautiful look though that you get from that? I love it. I think it just is a nice little touch. And it's a nice little wow factor. Everyone's going to wonder how you did it. And you can say, I used a baby wipe as my ink pad, and you're definitely going to get them talking. And so from there, I'm going to move my ink out of the way now, because I don't want that to mess up the rest of my project. And so from here, it was just a matter of layering everything together. So I incorporated the exact same colors of cardstock that I used for making that ink pad. So my card base is a piece of the Early Espresso cardstock, cut 5.5 by 8.5, and this is going to be your card base. And then I have a piece of the Old Olive, cut 5.25 by 4, and these are going to get layered together. So let me take the time real quick to do that. And like I said, this was so fun to do. And you could do it like in the, what I thought would be neat, but I didn't want to do that for purposes of my video since it's June. But how fun would that tree be if you were to do it in the fall time and incorporate some yellows and reds and oranges? That would be so pretty. From there, I incorporated a piece of the soft suede cardstock as well. And I adhered this one down to that. If you are not part of my mailing list yet, I encourage you to join it at kimsbasementbunch.com. I do weekly tutorials on Fridays that are free to everybody who is on my mailing list. And I also do a video every single Tuesday called my Terrific Tuesday video. And everyone who either comments on my video over on YouTube or actually comments on my blog post for this video will be able to get entered into a drawing. And I draw somebody every Tuesday. So it's a really great way to get some little goodies from the new catalog. I do something every single week. Now from here, and again, I'm not going to take the time to put the rest of the card together because I really wanted to focus today on the technique. But what I did is I incorporated some of the linen thread around this piece before I adhered it down to my card. And then I adhered my focal point, which is that pretty tree that I stamped, with Stampin' Dimensionals onto the middle, like so. And then I stamped the greeting on here too. This says, be strong, be happy, be you. And I love that one. And then I also incorporated some of the coordinating little leaf trinkets that go with this stamp set and with some of the paper and things that coordinate with this. And I love those little trinkets. And so I incorporated those on my card here as well. You can see I added one here and I added one here. And then I also glued out a bow with that linen thread right to the top of that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I encourage you to look through your stamps and pull something out that you can easily make a card with. And again, you can reuse that ink that I just created with those reinkers over and over and over again until it gets kind of muddy looking. It doesn't give you the image that you like, but you can do a lot of stamping with what I put on that baby wipe. So thank you all so very much for stopping today. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and I hope you enjoy giving this technique a try. Again, check me out at kimsbasementbunch.com. I also offer online classes, and I'd love to have you part of my group. Have a great day. Bye.